Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition solo runs. We're back here with Bo, the Ranger, and we've just been pondering how we are going to instigate the event that happens in this room. So, all around there are undead corpses just waiting for us to push this button over here. This one, I thought I'd found it already. There it is. As soon as we push this button, the 5 or 6 or so undead around this room are going to spring to life and try and destroy me with all of their capabilities. And so we do currently have our concentration reapplication for Hunter's Mark, so that should help. We've already done all the looting and stuff around here. Don't want these cheap plates. So there's not much left to do other than attempt to kick off and see how things go. We do still have plenty of caustic bulbs, spiked bulbs, void bulbs. Excuse me. Swap. Thank you. No, you're right. That's what we want. And we have 5 grease bottles if we want to make a big pile of grease and then set it on fire. Although to do that, we will probably need to either dip a weapon in an open flame or use a alchemist's fire thrown at the grease. I think we have a few of those. And we also have potions of speed if we need them, although the problem with the haste condition is that after 3 turns, you then have a turn off being exhausted and lethargic, meaning you pass. So, I wonder if we stand here and sneak and push the button, whether we might be able to remain hidden. Unlikely, but worth a shot. So that door opens, these folks rise. We are not a cleric with turn undead. Ah, I'm an idiot.
Something just woke up.
Oh. This is interesting. We have remained currently hidden. Which means, I was about to say I'm an idiot because I triggered the fight without having a familiar handy. So, let's get our friendly frog in play. And we are still sneaking. We can make the conjured frog sneak as well. Now we have to try and figure out what is going to be the best instigating action against these folks. They all seem to be on patrol. Part of me is curious as to whether we could trigger the conversation that there is to be had inside here and then get out without actually having to fight anybody if we could stealth our way across here, but I don't think we would be so lucky. So let's take the frog. Gonna try and jump up here and start a fight with this guy, whilst the other one is far over that side, so they've got to spend at least a turn catching up to us. I have no idea how this is going to go when this one turns round, but we'll find out shortly, I'm sure. No idea if frogs have dark vision or not. It's not going to tell us on the character sheet for a frog, is it? Oh, is it? I'm going to assume not. But we remain hidden. Okay. I was going to go into turn-based mode to instigate this fight anyway. So. With... This candle went out. Who turned out this candle? I think we have enough movement to get to here. And if we remain hidden while doing so, we can do that. Then that's an object interaction. We've used movement, so we still have a bonus action and a full action before theoretically being in the attack order. So we can dip the bow. There we go. Now we are joined the battle, and we actually have a whole other bonus action. But first, Frog. Bufatoxin against Entombed Scribe. They make the save. Right, that's the end of Frog's turn. I'm going to do a whole lap of everybody else before coming back round to Bow, unfortunately. We make that save. That's excellent. There's the big guy going the long way round, it seems. Happy about that. See, that is just begging to be like a grease fire over there right now. But we have more important priorities over here. And they have Bufatoxin, which is great. So we can Sacred Flame, and they would be at disadvantage. However, we can also reapply our Hunter's Mark here. And with our dipped weapon, we can do 1d8 plus 3 plus 1d4 plus 1d6 damage with a 90% chance to hit. So odds are we can kill this in one fell swoop. Nice when a plan works out. I'm not going to move... Am I going to move from here? If they all come around this top side, we can flee through this gap. So I'm going to stay here for now. Frog is on the same initiative, but we're just going to... Let's move to about here. That way we can try possibly to get an attack of opportunity. But of course, they're all going with the ranged attacks. We are immune to sleeping because of our elven ancestry. Frog less so. Magic Missile is a big problem. Because Magic Missile can hurt us hard and fast. So, throwing a grease bottle is an action. But we can get all three of them in this action. So let's do that. They all make their saves, which is a shame. Unfortunately, we can't now fire off our weapon unless we bonus action Potion of Speed. It's going to get real risky. That gives us a whole other action. Then we can fire our Flaming Bolt. I don't know if we can hit them and do fire damage, or if we're just better off just hitting the grease itself. Or, if we really want to go big or go home, we could do this. Alright, unfortunately I don't think that did any extra damage for the grease being there, so I feel a bit embarrassed. With our speed, we have 60 feet of movement. I'm just wondering if we get to here, whether we might just be out of line of sight for their attacks, so they can't magic missile us again this round, because that's quite important. Frog is down. Tiny more bit of fire damage. And the fire is out. So we are going to need to heal. Do we have any large healing potions yet? I don't think we do. No. So it's going to be a potion of healing for us. That's the bonus action. Unfortunately, that means we're not going to get to reapply our Hunter's Mark this turn. However, we do get 2 full actions. So, that's excellent. And apparently the reload property isn't going to apply here because we're not making multi-attack. We're making 2 separate attack actions. So I think this is allowed. And that has gone incredibly. Hop back in here. So we have one more of those. Then we really have to worry about this guy. The Entombed Warrior is probably going to be our biggest problem. But it's back round to us. We have 2 actions. We can probably take them out, at least with our 2 attacks, and then rather than using Hunter's Mark here, we can heal with that. So, ranged attack here again. A 100% chance to hit seems odd, but I will take it. I guess there's always a chance we can get a nat 1, but who knows? I don't make the rules of this. Now, I think this is our 3rd turn, so I think we're about to become lethargic. So let's heal. And then put ourselves as far away from this doorway as possible. Although we have one more whole action. Is there anything I'd like to actually do with it? We're not going to be able to get to here and then do something and then retreat. So I think we're just going to waste the action, unfortunately. Although, we could Ensnaring Strike, although this is concentration required. Cannot move and takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each turn. An ally can use the help action to tear away the vines, and they make a strength saving throw. So let's move up to here. And then Ensnaring Strike ranged 65%. That's not ideal. They are outside of the normal range. Am I going to regret this? 88%. Miss. Oh, I'm going to regret this because now we're lethargic, aren't we? Oh, thank goodness. Alright. So we had our lethargic turn. And interestingly, we can still reapply Hunter's Mark, even though we tried to concentrate on Ensnaring Strike. So we will of course do that. And now we have an action. We can still attack with our melee weapon, that's not a problem. 55%, that's much worse, but I guess we do have +2 on our ranged attacks. That'll do it. And now we've lost concentration on our Hunter's Mark. So now it just becomes a 1v1 to the death. Fortunately, we do have... we have a base speed of 30. I don't know why I thought it was a Wood Elf that had 35. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dash. No, let's see if we get hit by this attack of opportunity first. For 1 hit, 1 HP is absolutely fine by me. I'm going to hop up here. Then, in fact, we could just ranged attack rather than dashing away. Man, we're still only 65% to hit that. 5 damage is good. And they didn't have the movement speed to climb up, which is kind of what I was banking on. So now we're just going to kind of repeat this dance. We will retreat back 30 feet. They will fail to catch up with us, and they don't have a ranged attack. So as long as we can always get the shot. Excellent. 8 on a crit. And now we're basically going to have to use their stupidity against them. Because they get this close and no closer. And then we do this. Not low enough that we have to concern ourselves with falling from that kind of a height. And then the Entomb Warrior is just going to keep chasing us down for melee attacks that it can't hit us with. Even though this is only a 42% chance, we can still just run away if we don't make the shot, but we do. And that went just about as well as you could hope it to, especially because our ensnaring strike failed and then we lost our concentration. Now, I think we technically already looted all these guys, so we don't have to worry about going around and trying to pick up what they have. And with that behind us, we can hop in here and try and open the richly adorned sarcophagus. And then this bloke with a strange shadow is going to ask us what a life is worth.
Thou answer my question.
Yes.
So, I ask again. What is the worth of a single mortal life?
We have a racial choice for our drow heritage.
What an imp. We have met. We will see each other again.
So they will now go back to our camp where we can buy scrolls of Revivify from them. We, of course, have no use for a scroll of Revivify. Since we are alone, we cannot revive ourselves if we ever go down.
Has it been?
And we get the necklace that allows us to cast Speak with Dead so that we can gain plot points and such from those who might have passed away. Let's extend this out a bit. We've got a lot going on. Speak with Dead can go over there. These two can sit there with that. We've got our cantrips and our rituals. And grease and fire and potions. Then the last thing that there is to do in this area under here is there's a small side chamber. Hopping in here, there's a book and some other goodies for us to take. There's this sarcophagus here. A glaive, ringmail armor, and some bones.
What a mess the ages cause.
Several spell scrolls that we probably can't cast. And then this strange book.
Looks like someone wanted to bury their secret.
This book is far lighter than it should be, with such a massive lock.
And we're just going to try and use our feeble strength to smash the lock open. On a target of 15, not likely. No. It's a mystery that we will not ever reach.
The impact reverberates through your body.
We can try for a -1 on intelligence.
Solid adamantine.
It's even harder, a 16.
Doesn't budge.
Yeah. Standard stuff.
The tome does not take kindly to your tampering.
And it's only worth 1 gold, so
No opening this with that lock still on it.
we will leave that there since there's nothing for us there. And I think that concludes everything that there is in this dank crypt. As ever, I'm just grateful to be alive. How over our encumbrance are we? 32. That'll be this armor for 36, really putting us over the limit. We can't send to camp because we don't have an actual magic function that would let us do that. But this is worth 300. We can still move with our current encumbrance. I think if you get really over encumbered, then the result is you just have to stand in place until you put something down. But given that we can still move, we just have to climb a little ladder and then we're back up at the Druid's Grove. I'm going to take the hurt on the slow walking, go upstairs. We have a box just outside the main entrance of this place that has a load of extra stuff that we're waiting to sell in it. So what we'll do is hop up the ladder, go to that box where we'll end things off here, and then I can do a couple of back and forths off screen, selling some goods to Aaron and the tiefling blacksmith down in the Druid's Grove. No, we can't do that yet, because we haven't saved the tieflings at the gates yet. We have to do that first. So in that case, I'm going to put this stuff down in this box here, where we put down the rest of our stuff, and then we'll do some strategic back and forth with all that extra loot when we have the opportunity to do so. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, please feel free to put them down below. I'll endeavour to answer each and every one of your comments. Otherwise, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.